Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the What the Football channel. This is the BH and Scrubber Show. We like the Washington Commanders, and now we know why. They're doing really, really good. We just got another win this past week against the Falcons. It was a nice win. The boys played really great. The whole team looks good, and that's what we're here to talk about. We're going to cover the Falcons game, then we're going to look forward to the New York Giants game, which is pivotal for us. And my name is Scrubber, and we got our boy BH here with us today. BH, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing great, man. That was a heart attack game. We streamed it. I mean, when you said interception, Kendall Fuller, I did fall out of my chair. It was incredible. I mean, it really just couldn't expect it. We kept saying right before the play, someone's got to stand up. Someone's got to make a play. Defense has got to stiffen, and you keep saying it, and everyone in the chat room was saying it, and then they did it. So it was good. Atlanta came to play. I watched a lot of those, the highlights of that game. And, they went against our team with a great run defense, and they committed to the run. Just goes to show you, if you commit to something, and you really go at it, no matter how good the other team is at it, you can dictate. And they kind of dictated to us, I think.
Yeah, they did really good. Mariota got by us on a few, and Cordarrelle did okay. So, I thought our boys did good against them, though.
Yeah, we really did. And the defense just kept the story is the defense. The story is Taylor Heinicke. Keeps going. It keeps getting better. He's kind of settled into a role and, not losing games for us. And the D, man, it was fantastic. What's that?
That interception he threw looked like trash.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That was one of those, like, I want to always ask, like, what did you see when you threw that? Because that was bad news.
So he probably just did it on purpose to get it out of.
Yeah. It said, like, you get that bad cheat, just throw the interception, and then you can move on. He's like that. So, well, everyone, I mean, the defense did great. I was looking at a lot of the I like to look at the snap counts, see who's playing the most, who's playing the least. And I think we got Kendall Fuller, obviously. What a star. Him and, Daron Payne combining on that last play, Daron tipping it, Fuller having the recognition to pick it up out of the sky. Because, sometimes when a ball's tipped or a block kick, it's blocked. But, you can see everyone looking up in the sky going, where the hell is it? And he dove and he got it. So, but Young,
make sure it didn't touch the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it was close. And then you had young Christian Holmes. I thought that was the story of the game, man. This guy was the starter. Remember, we were saying, well, Danny Johnson will probably come in because you're gonna want to keep, McCain being able to slide in from safety up into the slot and all this other stuff. And they started Christian Holmes, who played 55 snaps. Now, this young man had only played 6 snaps on defense prior to that during games. That's it. Now, he got a bunch of snaps on special teams, so he's been out there on the field. So this is a guy that just showed something in practice. They, Jack Del Rio, the DB coach, whatever, when they had their meetings, they said, we think this kid's ready. Yeah. Put him in there. They wouldn't play a game at this point in the season if they didn't think he was ready. This is not. If we were 3-7, let everybody play. Who cares? But they made a conscious decision. So for a rookie 7th rounder, did good. Pro Football Focus gave him a 63.2 coverage rate, which is good. It's not great, but hey, a rookie in his first game, a 7th round pick, out there with the big boys. So you got to give it up for that young guy. I mean, that's gold, man. When you get Cameron Curl, a 7th rounder, Cole Holcomb, a 5th rounder, man, heck yeah, your 1st and 2nd rounders, hell yeah, they're supposed to come in and play. But that's where you can it's really tough to find. You can find a lot of backups and a lot of special teams guys. That's easy, 4th through 7th rounds. But to have guys come in and contribute, That's really cool. So he was exciting. The D line continued to be tough. Um, I think yeah, John Bostic's been playing quite a bit.
Yep.
Actually, so he's kind of, Mayo plays, but only a little. Mayo plays a lot of special teams, so it's sort of like Bostic and Jamin.
Mm-hmm.
So and Jamin's just getting better week by week. He had 2 tackles when I was watching some of the highlights, where I don't know that he had the coverage. He might have, but it was sort of one, 5 yards down the field where a guy caught the ball, and
Oh,
Jamin just dragged him down. Boom. Just annihilate him right there. So he's just getting better every week. He's playing 100% of the snaps, just like Fuller, Cameron Curl, McCain. Those guys are out there. Derek Forrest, they're playing every snap. So I mean, it's just kind of like the same thing. And I mean, going into this Giants game, it's going to be tough for the Giants the way this team's playing. Cole is on IR. I don't think St. Jude's plays again. They got that ankle issue. I think that's a smart way to go because you're coming up to the bye. Give them a few more weeks.
He's filling his shoes, right? That's Holmes taking his spot, right?
That's the way I look at it. Yeah, and he did fine. And there's really no receivers. It's not like you're playing Cincinnati and you're putting a rookie up against T. Higgins or Jamar Chase or Tyler. They got like 3 real, or like us, you got 3 really good wide receivers. It's just the Giants. They don't have someone that's going to destroy your young player. So yeah, let him go out there and he played like I said, 96% of the snaps. He was just pretty much out there
Pretty
full
good.
time. Yeah. So yeah, that's really good. And I was thinking, yeah, Danny Johnson. So that's who we thought. Now Danny just played special teams. So, yeah, Danny's, like I said, we talked about Danny filling in quite well last year. This sort of is a changing of the guard. Pretty much, Danny is just a backup role player, bit of a vet, but this looks like next year Christian Holmes will have his spot on this roster, which is good. Nothing against Danny, but you got to get younger, you got to get faster, you got to get stronger. That's the NFL. Well, it doesn't hurt to get smarter, but just saying. I mean, we didn't get much of a passing game going though. I mean, a couple, right? I mean, but wasn't much in the passing game going on.
No, I thought the running game just seemed to be working. I mean, in the second half, it got going better.
Mm-hmm.
Second half was on fire. I remember calling during that 3rd or 4th quarter, they're calling 8-yard run, 7-yard run, 11-yard run, 5-yard run. It was crazy. I kept saying during the when we were doing the live stream he's just bumping heads. He's at the first half he's like 3.7 yards, and I think by the end of the game it was like 5.8 yards per carry. So I thought the run game did great. Yeah, the passing game maybe not so much. But Bates got one in the touchdown, right?
Yeah, it was a cool little play. They sent him out there, and I think they threw one of our wide receivers right through that zone, and the safety went with the receiver. And it was kind of an easy play, but well designed. And Bates, to his credit, he's playing a lot of snaps out there, and he's a heck of a blocker. Logan. I think I looked. Logan Thomas, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel, between the 3 of them, 1 catch. So they did not really, maybe they didn't feel like they wanted to or needed to.
I don't care about that. I don't care about their fucking stats. I really don't. If the game scheme is to do a certain thing and those guys don't get catches or don't get used, then that's fine by me. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But which is a good indication that they're designing the scheme for that team. You see,
right.
Before we used a lot of this person. The week before that, we used a lot of that person. It was different every time, so they know they must be really scouting the other team and saying, "This is our best shot at what we're going to do here," and mostly just use Brian Robinson to run the ball.
Yeah, I know. So, and so I mean, it'll be I think it's going to be basically the same against the Giants. I think we'll see a lot of the same kind of thing, which is fine. Although I know Antonio Gibson didn't practice. He's got a foot thing going. Boy, you hate to hear that because, we've had some foot injuries out there. We'll know better tomorrow. But, if the worst case scenario, if he's not there, I have to bring up Jarrett Patterson.
Right. And John can fill in.
Yeah.
And
he'll be fine.
J.D. McKissick still working that stinger he got. So,
yeah, I don't even know if JD's going to come back anymore. With that neck stinger, that could be the end of JD. I mean, I'm talking about his career because he had some neck issues before, and you don't mess around with that. Let's hope they get it fixed. Because that guy he was like an all-star last year for us. I mean, as bad as it was last year, if we didn't have J.D. McKissick, man, it would have been even worse.
I hope he gets better.
I do too.
Neck injury is really hard to come back from sometimes. So.
Yeah, you don't want to toy with that. The other one, I think Dax Milne is still there. The other big story, Dax won't play. St. Juice, I don't think St. Juice plays. Trey Turner probably won't play. Hasn't had much in the way of practice. And the big talk is Sam Cosmi is going to play guard.
Yep.
So, yeah, hey, that's good. That guy he just does a good job. What I like about Sam is he does pass and run blocking both really well. He's good at both. So getting in there, it's new to him. He's always been a tackle. He even said, hey, except for a little bit, I have not played much in the way of guard. So let's just see what happens. But once again, remember, I was telling you about, Danny Johnson. All of a sudden he gets passed over for Christian Holmes. You got a guy like Sadiq Charles. Yeah. No, we're not going to go with Sadiq. There's a story that just tells you, hey, next year, maybe the Sadiq, nothing against Sadiq, but the Sadiq Charles experiment's probably over. You had plenty of time, and Sadiq really he's such a good run blocker, but he's horrible in pass protection. I mean, he just keeps showing it, whether he's a guard or tackle, he just struggles, and you can't have it. You just can't have breakdowns on the line. I think the way we're going, they're just going to tell Sam, hey, we're not going to have a lot of intricate line calls. You're just going to be plowing people, dude. So we're not going to get all crazy out there. So you just get there with your line mates, and we're just going to work people.
Yeah. That's going to be Lucas, him, Larson, Norwell, and Leno.
Yeah. Yep. And just let them run block. We got some liabilities, and pass blocking sometimes we're not that great. Larson has kind of struggled. I mean, he's come through for us because the centers, once again, the injuries came. And so thank God we've got him. But Larson does struggle in pass protection a bit. So it's to our advantage to try and run more. And with that lineup, and Cosmi's a grader. He loves getting on guys and moving them, and defensive tackles aren't going to overwhelm him. He's a big boy. He knows how to handle things. So, I mean, I think it's going to be kind of cool because I think that's our best five guys, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
So, I was looking at things. I don't think we had any punt returns. I think we had all fair catches. And then I think we had the famous Shankopotamus punt from Atlanta's punter. But Erickson was back there.
It was Erickson. Okay.
Yeah, he was back there, but I think he had two fair catches. And then that guy yanked one. What was that, a 31-yard punt or something?
Because we were worried about field position. And so he just kept like a 36-yard punt. Yeah.
Yeah. We weren't worrying.
Just want that one guy, Erickson, just to secure the ball.
That's it anyway. Yeah. Punt returns are so terrible. You're just a sitting duck. The ball's a mile in the air. It's you can hardly ever break anything. So, but it's good to have him back there. I will see him again because I don't think Dax has practiced all week. And that's fine. Now, speaking of special teams, man, I got some big news. Okay. So in October, the NFC special teams player for October was our punter, Tress Way. And of course, he should probably get it every other month.
Sure.
So he deserves it, man. Tress Way's, he's just been punting great forever. The November special teams player for the NFC, Joey Sly.
What?
Can you, dude? I had to double check all my sources.
No.
I called the NFL office. I said, "Come on, man, don't because Scrubber's gonna just lose it. So give it to me straight."
Oh my God!
Yeah, so
even with the missed PAT,
that was his only thing. I thought the same thing, but then I looked. They showed the stats, and they said 7 for 8 for PATs, 10 for 10 on field goals, and 250-plus field goals. And actually, yeah, and like I said, that wasn't a 51-yard field goal. That was a 55 and a 58. So anyway, we have a lot of fun with Joey. We're always busting his balls. He's had some glitches, but hey, man, good for him. That's some nice stats, man.
Sure is. That's coming through for it. Because early in the season, man, he missed a couple PATs and a couple of the games, and just looking just scary right up front. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he straightened out. So he does have a leg.
Yeah, he does, man, and he does pretty good on kickoffs too, right?
Oh yeah. And he's working with Cheeseman and fucking Tress Way. Got two of the best in the business. Snap.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's two things you don't have to worry about there, you know. So, yeah, and he's great at kicking away. I mean, he seems to almost touch back every time. I mean, you know, he's got a pretty good leg. So, anyway, that's just great news. I'm just happy for him. I think those things are kind of cool for the team. You know, at the end of the day, does it mean that much? Probably not, but it's not bad. It's good. Your players get recognized, and kickers and punters. I think that's kind of neat for them. So, well, next week, coming up Sunday, the Giants. Now we're going to go play them at their place. So that should be interesting. They've got a good record. Doing pretty good, but they've kind of fallen. They're kind of going the opposite way of us. We've been getting better. They're getting worse. They've been hit with a lot of injuries all over the place. It seems like, man, their injury list's a mile long, and they've already lost some pretty good players. But you know what? They're still going to come. I mean, Atlanta across the board can't match up with us for talent, but they still showed up and played really hard and scared the crap out of us. I'm sure the Giants, like you always say, it's a divisional game. They'll show up.
Yeah, anything can happen. Saquon hasn't been doing too much the last few.
No. Yeah, I know. They do got their rookie offensive lineman coming back. He hasn't been playing that great. He's a high draft pick, Neal. So they will have him back. Maybe that's it. I don't know, because they had a couple games where they held them guys under 90 yards total rushing. I mean, they kind of got. So there's I think that's some line issues, not running back issues. It's certainly not Daniel Jones' issue. That guy, you know, if Marcus Mariota hurt us, Jones could really hurt us.
And he has before. So.
Yeah, he's got a record of. Yeah, he loves it. I think he kind of runs, believe it or not, he runs that RPO kind of thing even better than Mariota. He does, man, he's pretty smart. He really can see his lanes and go. So since Mariota did it, I'm kind of hope we really worked hard in the film room and stuff and really went over this stuff. How we're going, and we got, like you said, he did it before. We got film, you know, let's watch what he does, see how he acts. We can't let that guy get away, but they have struggled in the run game. And boy, if you're struggling in the run game, you don't want to play this team because they're controlling everything with 4 guys. So, man, I think it'll be. What's that?
It helps if we get up ahead in the game early.
Yes.
Force them to try and pass and forego the running game and get on top of that again. So.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Surprise them with some deeper passes, maybe, because, you know, if you watch that Atlanta game, they're not going to be expecting that too much. We don't do it much, but, you know, kind of catch them sleeping, cheating up, catch the safeties in the corners, cheating up to stop the run and go over the top. But like, yeah, if we could just get a lead on that team, be great. It's going to be nice weather. It's going to be cool, not cold. It'll be cloudy, and the weather report is like hardly any wind. So, I mean, it's going to be a nice day for football. So, yeah.
And the Giants, they got a shit schedule coming up too. They got to play us during our bye week. They play the Eagles, and they got to play us, and they got to play like the Vikings.
Yeah.
Bulls again. Dude, it's not looking good for them. So
No, it's not, man. It's like murderers row. And we got a pretty decent schedule. I know we do have the big trip at San Francisco that they're playing lights out. That game will be like a baseball game, probably end up being 3-2. They got a good defense also. But yeah, and then after that is Cleveland. Even with Deshaun Watson back, Cleveland's not that scary. They got a heck of a good running back. But overall, I think playing the Giants twice, playing Cleveland, they're all beatable. So it looks better for us. Yeah. And the Giants, like we said, they're on a downhill trend anyway. And now they're going into a meat grinder.
yeah, yeah,
So
it really help propel us past them. If we can, at the very least, split with them, take a couple more of them other games, and then do something in Dallas, that would be really nice. So
yeah.
because the NFC looks like shit. I mean, the fucking Buccaneers are leading the division with a losing record.
Yeah.
Six.
Yeah. And they earn that record because every time I see them, they just don't look that good, man. They can't get everything on the same page. It's just weird. Football's weird. I mean, come on, man. Look at the Rams. They win the Super Bowl and Kansas has them like what, number 30?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, Tampa looks awful. Every time I see them, it's like they went downhill. So they'll probably end up winning that one with a losing record.
Yeah, yeah. So that just shows that even if we can get past the Giants, we can get in the wild card. No problem. Because all the second place teams are all below us. Even and then another one in that division is only winning the division with 7-4.
Yeah.
So the second place was like 4-7. So we've got all them beat. All we have to do is just win 3 or 4 out of the next 5 or 6, whatever that is, and we can hold on to that wild card spot. So
yeah, it's true. And when you look at that NFC, the North, well, Minnesota beat us, but they're going to win the division. Detroit beat us, but they've only won one game. So the two teams we got to worry about, Green Bay, Chicago, we beat them. So we don't have to worry. The North is done. We're done with them. We have to worry about them at all. Yeah. So are you going to you'll be live streaming the game?
I will. Definitely.
Good.
Using the Yahoo graphic, unless for some reason they want to put it on TV. So I'll call it from the TV if that's possible, or if they put it on the NFL thing. I doubt it, but yeah, we'll use the app. It's fun that way.
Okay.
So I
okay.
I can even upgrade my my latency. So if I get my thing out there, I can cut my latency down to about 5 to 10 seconds rather than being 15 seconds behind.
Okay.
And if you want to jump in, you're more than welcome to. There's always the opening. I can always just, invite me, just jump in anytime you want.
Yeah, man. I might even do this week. I might just come in like the second half.
Yeah.
Do it that way. Yeah. But I'll let you know, man, the schedule, how it goes. But yeah, I'll definitely be in for some. That was a lot of fun.
It was.
I noticed one thing that well, two things. We talk about streaming. Now we're going to try and do a live stream during the bye week, right?
Yeah. We'll do how everything's going kind of show.
Yeah, and I think what we'll do is we'll announce it. So for everybody out there, our subscribers, they should, if their notifications are on, they'll get notified. So we'll kind of give everyone, and we'll set a time. So anybody out there, you want to come in and get in on the live stream and put out your opinion or ask a question, think about that. So that'll be fun.
Definitely. Another shout out to our boy Tom Grassi for rating.
That
was a lot of fun. That was a lot of
fun
for the channel.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Kicked us up over 101.
And so we had like 290 something views. We had like 27 or 30 concurrent viewers at one time, and that was a lot. Very generous on his part to do that. So
that was super cool. He does that for a lot of guys, and that was neat. Now we set a lot of what the football records. So thanks, Tom Grassi. That was very cool.
All right.
That's it, man. Got a very winnable game.
Yeah, definitely, dude. They really need to stay on top of this one. So going into the bye week with a win, uh, I think we've won 7 out of the last 7 and 5.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's go into the bye week with the big win. Let's hope they're pumped up, and we are. The fans are. I heard that there was like 50,000 fans at the stadium for that game, and all Commanders fans.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't a complete sellout, but they said it was pretty packed. So things are, folks are getting in. So I'm looking forward to it. It would be huge if they could win.
Yep. Awesome, dude.
All right. Good show, man.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, everybody. See you.